Bill Belichick going back to the city where it all started for him. He lived the first 9 months of his life here in Nashville before moving to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and then to Annapolis. Bonus coverage coming up. Indianapolis and Jacksonville on a tight one in the fourth quarter. The Titans control the action against New England, and an embrace between Mike Vrabel, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. Tennessee 34, New England 10. That's your final in Nashville. Tennessee improves to 5-4 on the season. Couple of big divisional matchups coming up for the Titans. Indianapolis and Houston on the schedule. Coming up next, second half of our NFL on CBS doubleheader. For Dan Fouts, Evan Washburn, Ian Eagle saying so long from Nashville. Now it's time for the NFL Today update, delivered by Pizza Hut to New York and James Brown.
So Mike Vrabel and the Tennessee Titans get it done. They improved to 5-4 with that win over the New England Patriots, who dropped to 7-3. We take you now to a game with 1:06 left in regulation. Indy holding to a 3-point lead over Jacksonville. Jacksonville driving. Let's join Spiro Dedes and Adam Archuleta.
To overturn.
And welcome back to the NFL Today update delivered by Pizza Hut. I'm James Brown here with the full house, Phil, Coach Nate, and Boomer. And a reminder, the second half of our doubleheader coming up here on CBS, the Seahawks squaring off against the Rams. That's our featured matchup, or it'll be the Dolphins battling the Packers again next right here on CBS.
I'll tell you what, guys, the Colts hang on here because they scored 29 points in the first half, get shut out in the second half. Everything, it seemed like it was going downhill for the Colts. There were drop passes, missed field goals, missed opportunities, and, of course, that fumble there that I'm sure the Jacksonville Jaguar fans out there are wondering, was it actually a fumble? We were sitting in here debating it ourselves, and, you know, Gene Steratore came on the broadcast, and in his eyes, he said he thought that that ball moved before the knee hit, and lo and behold, the Colts hang on. So, and you can take a look at this play right here. And, you know, I don't know, in real time, I'm thinking, okay, this is an incomplete pass. And, you know, you hear the whistles being blown right there.
You see the ball out there, but he does not have the ball before the knees come out. It was already moving in his hand. So I think it was the right call.
You think that this call would have been made last year?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
I do. I think this is a call.
If anything, this year, they would have stayed with the call on the field.
Right.
But this time,
that's what I'm saying. They reversed it, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, so it tells you that they were sure that they were making the right call. Yeah. That's why they reversed it.
And I thought Gene Steratore, who knows obviously up in our officiating, whatever you call it, the penalty box, wherever he is, I'm not really sure.
Somewhere here in the building.
But he's somewhere here. But he was pretty definitive. He said, in my eyes, it looked like that ball was moving before his knee hit. So, hey, look, the Indianapolis Colts, another 3 touchdown passes by Andrew Luck, has 21-29, has another solid game. Unfortunately for them, they almost threw that game away by drop passes.
But give them great credit. Yeah. Think where Indianapolis started at the beginning of the year. After week 1 or 2, we're looking at each other going, man, it's going to be a rough year. You know, Andrew Luck didn't look the same, couldn't protect, couldn't stop anybody. Now, all of a sudden, you know, Frank Reich's got the offense rolling. The ball comes out on time. He's not getting hit. The completions, it looks easy for Andrew Luck out there throwing the football. So what a job by them just by transforming their team so quick.
You know, I mean, their line's a young line, and I'll tell you right now, they're just playing flawless football when you look at what they're doing. And again, 29 throws. He does not get sacked in this game. And Jacksonville's got some issues, particularly on the defensive side of the ball.
And when you look at the numbers of Andrew Luck, again, this is his 6th consecutive game with 3 touchdowns or more. You talk about a guy who right now I think is at the top in terms of comeback player of the year so far, Andrew Luck. And moments ago, he caught up with our announcers, Spiro Dedes and Adam Archuleta.
Andrew, you've lost some close games, some tough games. This one you pull out. How good does this victory feel?
It feels good. We've got some stuff to sharpen up. What a great job our defense at the end of winning the game. We could be more consistent, but you know we're not going to complain about a win, but we know where we need to improve, and that's the name of this game.
Andrew, you say you have some things to sharpen up, but it didn't look like it in that first half where you just came out attacking that Jacksonville secondary.
Yeah, no, we did some good stuff in the first half, and it's a good defense. And we struggled in the second half. But it's a team game. Our defense again, they stepped up. We'll have to work. We've got to improve. A win is great, but not good enough for us.
Andrew, you guys are 1-5. You were tied for the worst record in the league. Suddenly, you've won 3 straight games. You've been doing this a while. It's such a crazy league week to week. Suddenly, you're confident, and next week you take on a Tennessee team that is really just as confident as you guys. Where do you guys sit?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't realize that the next game was Tennessee, but it's a division game. Well, it's a huge one. They're all big. So we know what the situation we put ourselves in, and we'll work to keep getting better.
Andrew, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, take care.
And for Andrew Luck in this Colts offense, this defines reinventing yourself. I mean, he missed so much football. He comes back, plays at a high level, very efficient, and he's trending upwards. Also, Eric Ebron, who really lost himself in Detroit, wasn't taking advantage of opportunities. How about the opportunities today? They threw it to him 3 times. He caught 3 balls. 2 of those were touchdowns. They give it to him 1 time behind the line of scrimmage. He scores a rushing TD. That's 3 TDs for Eric Ebron, who's finding himself in Indianapolis.
And he talked about their next game up, that being against Tennessee. Of course, Tennessee was successful in knocking off the New England Patriots. Look at Marcus Mariota, 16 of 24, 228 yards and 2 touchdowns. I know we were just having a conversation. Is he the franchise guy? Last couple of weeks, he's looked impressive. Just moments ago, he talked with our announcers, Marcus Mariota.
Well, Marcus, a short work week after that Monday night win in Dallas. How were you guys able to come in here against this quality of opponent and have this dominant a win?
Starts with the coaches. They did a great job of helping us refresh, get our bodies right. The guys did a great job being mentally prepared, and we just came out and played well.
You mentioned the coaches, but it goes a little beyond that with the connections with the 2 organizations. What do you think it meant to some of those guys to get this type of win against that team?
Honestly, that's probably a better question for them. I'm just happy for our guys. Worked hard all week, and it was nice to come out with a win.
You talked about the health of that hand. This offense continued to really develop this week. Where do you feel like you guys are in your movement towards a critical part of the season?
We're just 1 step in the process. That's all that matters. It's going to be a long road, but if we continue to get better, we continue to focus on getting everything cleaned up, I think we've got a chance to be pretty good.
Marcus Mariota talking with our Evan Washburn. Before the game, all of you guys talked about how this was personal. I asked you about Vrabel. You said he reflects the players.
Oh, he really does. He reflects how they are as a team. We're talking about a team that's kind of nitty-gritty, a tough, hard-nosed defensive football team. Like you saw him today get after Tom Brady, and he wants to run the football and do play action and throw the ball down the field. That's been kind of their M.O. Keeping Marcus Mariota throws into the 20s, 25 to 29 a game, use his feet. He does not deter him from doing that, encourages them at times to do it, to keep drives going. This is a team, if they don't beat themselves, they're going to play solid defense. They will be in a game, every game, till the end.
You know why Andrew Luck wasn't talking about the Tennessee Titans next week? He didn't really want to think about them. And as a quarterback, I understand that because they got all over Tom Brady today. They sacked him 3 times. They probably hit him another 7 or 8 times. He had to move out of the pocket. Not normal watching Tom Brady have to move around as much as he had to do. And then at the end of the day, I mean, it is all about the pressure that you're talking about, Coach, right? Look at Brady. He had to move all over the place today.
He was not comfortable.
No, he was not at all. And remember, Gronkowski didn't play in this game. You can see him right there flinching. Yeah. Because he knew that he was going to get hit. And I give a lot of credit to the defensive front 4 of the Tennessee Titans. But then again, the secondary of the Titans were great, too.
Secondary is good. I'll tell you what they have at linebacker, too. They got a lot of good linebackers. They have tons of speed, young, and it shows the way they play. They're great blitzers. Last week against Dallas, who has a pretty good offensive line, they dominated them up front. We saw it again today. Bill, you said it too. This is a playoff team. We forget Tennessee went to the playoffs last year. Running the football, and it's the 3rd really, really good game in a row by Marcus Mariota. Matt LaFleur, the offensive coordinator, got to give him a little credit. But 3 straight games of managing it, playing well on the offensive side, and being productive in the pass game.
I've learned to expect the unexpected when watching New England Patriots, and I oftentimes say that they're playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. Mike Vrabel comes into this game. He has to be thinking, what are they expecting my team to do? You would expect them to run the ball more with Deion Lewis and Derrick Henry because of Mariota dealing with that hand, sometimes being upside down on the touchdown to turnover ratio. He said, you know what? My quarterback's feeling a little bit better. He has a rhythm. He's gaining his confidence. Let's throw the ball downfield. Early in the game, this wasn't a running team trying to catch New England off guard. This was a passing team that hit these guys in the mouth. And just like you said at halftime, Coach, they were passing the ball to open up the run, and it was effective.
You know, you think about 2 of the 3 losses for the New England Patriots, who they come to. Matt Patricia, who was on that staff, and Mike Vrabel, who he played for him. So, you know, 2 of the students have come back and gave the teacher a little bit of the wisdom that he gave them was applied to him.
Thanks for going back to that headline. You're right, it was student against teacher. All right, spinning this ahead, we've got the Seahawks and Rams coming up later here. And Boomer, take a look at the QB.
All right, there is Jared Goff. You know, he's having a terrific year as well. A lot of this is about Todd Gurley, but when they can't run it, what do, Phil? They throw it, and they throw it well, and he's as accurate as there is in the NFL.
Well, here's the king of the NFC West right here, Russell Wilson. Of course, he has that Super Bowl ring. And you look at those numbers, week 3 up against this team. Last week up against the Chargers, 26-39, 2 TDs and interception. He's going to have himself a day if they need to get this win.
There's Todd Gurley, has 4.8 per carry, 12 touchdowns rushing, 4 touchdowns passing, pass receiving, 16 on the year. This guy is one of the best offensive players in the National Football League.
Well, Mike Davis is going to take the place of Chris Carson today running the football, and the offensive line, big story for Seattle. That's why they're running this so well, and let's see if they can run it, control the football, keep it away from Los Angeles offense.
And there is Brandon Cooks. He is the speed merchant on the outside that the Rams will use down the field. They'll open the field with him, and you will see a lot of different variations of formations and motions, and this guy will be right in the mix in the middle of it.
Here's Aaron Donald, an absolute destructive con. He actually could be the leading go-getter for the Defensive Player of the Year, getting 10 sacks on the interior. Let's keep that in mind, guys. He plays on the inside, still able to get to the quarterback.
And how about the other game we got? There's the Green Bay Packers hosting the Miami Dolphins, and there is Aaron Rodgers trying to rebound from last week's loss against the New England Patriots.
And you take a look at the Miami Dolphins. They're going to be in this game with Brock Osweiler. Last week, they were held to 168 yards, total yards, by that Jet defense that was shredded by Matt Barkley today. Not a good look for Todd Bowles and the New York Jets.
Are you still pretty angry to keep us loose and alert here on games coming up?
No, this is like, you know, being in my family of 8 brothers and sisters. By the time the play came to me, it was just a little chicken wing left. So let's say goodbye.
We'll see you later.